Well, hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Practical Talk. And I should say, this is the first episode of 2023, and also it's going to be the last episode for Practical Talk. But hey, I have some really great news, y'all. We are continuing our podcast, but this time for 2023, we are rebranding it. So we are renaming our podcast Social Media Success for Professionals. Hey, everybody, I'm Heather Holloway, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I hope you're having a great day. So, for today, I'm coming online to talk to you about our changes and what happened last year and what I learned and new things for the agency for the future. But before we get into it, if you look at the post text, if you will, we have a free content calendar. It's called the Content Calendar for Professionals, and this is the same content strategy that we used in my agency to generate over $150,000 in revenue without dancing on TikTok. So if you need a content strategy for 2023, if you're a professional, if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a consultant, a coach, an author, if you want to be an influencer out there in the world, if you have something to sell, if you're a professional service provider, this content calendar is for you. So there is a link in the description. So go ahead and click that and grab you a free copy of our 2023 content calendar. So let's take a look and talk about what happened last year. What did I learn? Well, the first thing that I learned for 2022, entering into 2023, was I have the best team. I have the best team ever. Amy, I just want to say publicly and to the world, thank you so very much for everything that you do. And our team is growing as I speak, which is really cool. So we brought more people on this year, and I'm just so thrilled that they're with me. So the first thing that I learned was that I have the best team ever on the face of this planet. The next thing that I learned was technology can be your friend, but she's pesky. I mean, she needs to be loved and nurtured. So this is what I mean. Uh, if you're out there and you have an email service provider, and maybe you have a content calendar, maybe you use not a content calendar, but maybe you use a calendar like Calendly. Maybe you have all these different technologies that you use. That's cool and that's great, and that'll work for a little while. But there's going to come a point where you need all of that technology. And as my good friend Greg Russell, the tech Jedi, calls it, technology stack. So you have your email service provider, you have your calendar, you might use ClickFunnels for your landing page, you might have a website here and there. But if you find one system that can house everything, life just gets easier, life gets better. And so I learned that technology can be my best friend, that I can automate things, but I had to do it really smart, and I had to find the best way to do that. And so what I did was I hooked up with my friend Greg Russell, and he helped me out by getting the right technology stack. Another thing that I learned from last year was that I started reading like crazy, man. Like last weekend alone, I finished 2 books. I started a third. I cannot consume enough content, because what I found out was the more I learn, the more I earn. My income is directly impacted because of the things that I'm reading. So I read a ton of books, a ton of books. And the way that I do it is I'll go out and I'll get a used copy of the book. So I'll go on Amazon and I will find the book that I'm looking for, and I will try to find a used copy, because I don't need to put more things out there in the world. There's enough of physical products out in the world. We are, just the amount of trash that we're doing out there. So this is a little bit of a value of mine, is I try to go and find used books. So I'll find a used book, and then I will also pick up the audio copy of the book, and I will literally listen to it in my ears, and I will have the book in front of my face. And it has helped me learn faster, and it has helped me retain knowledge and put it into action faster as well. So read more, folks, because why do we read more? Because learning is fundamental. um, I have every year, another thing that I learned is I have word that I like to put out there for the year, and then it's kind of my north star for the year. So for 2022, my word was finesse, and I really do feel that I lived and embodied that word last year. I finessed my look. I mean, this hair, right? Just kidding. I finessed my look. I finessed my mental game. I finessed my business, my messaging. So, I filtered it through that word. So for 2023, I actually have a phrase, and it thanks in part to my wife for unlocking that I could have a phrase and not just a word. So thanks, Meg. So my phrase for 2023 is main character energy. What does that mean? Well, main character energy for me means many things. So for personally, my main character energy is, how does the main character show up in a relationship? What are all the positive aspects from a main character that I can draw on to make my relationships better, with my wife, with my family, with my colleagues, with my partners, with anybody? How can I build relationships better, using that main character energy? But how can I use that main character energy to lean into leadership with my business? How do main characters show up and lead their team? So for 2023, that's what I'm doing, y'all. And this is one part of it. Going live, showing you guys sort of the back end of my thought process and what we're doing. This is me stepping up and becoming the main character in my agency. So here we are, living out that phrase. So what do you have for 2023? I would love to know. Do you have a phrase? Do you have a word that you're striving for 2023? Comment below. I want to know. We have a team word for 2023, and that's efficiency. We are striving to do more with less than ever before. We are actively pursuing, how can we plug holes? What are big time sucks? Is there anything out there that's costing us money that we could find an inexpensive version of, or is there anything that we can straight up stop? So efficiency with our time and our money, that's our team word for 2023. So let me tell you about some changes that are coming up too for Holloway Media Services. One of them, and then I led this talk, was that our podcast is changing. I named it Practical Talk in 2022. And so after a year of Practical Talk and us growing, and thank you so much for listening, by the way, I've changed it to Social Media Success for Professionals. Why? Well, with marketing, you don't want to be clever. You want to be clear. Practical Talk, nobody can spell it. It's a word that I made up. Practical advertising goals. I condensed that into one word, practical, because that's what I want to be. I want to be practical with marketing. I want to be practical with my time. I want to be practical with our messaging. So it was a great word, and we tried it out, and it was fun for a while. But now it's going to be Social Media Success for Professionals. And I'm going to teach you, and you're going to learn all the things it takes to use social to become a celebrity in your industry, to get more people to contact you, to make more money, and to do it on autopilot and easier. So, our Social Media Success for Professionals podcast is bi-weekly. We're going to start, our first episode will be on the 25th. So January 25th, it'll be the first episode of Social Media Success for Professionals. What you can expect is more fun from me. I'm going to challenge you guys to get out there and post more practically, more efficiently, to craft better messages so that you can attract affluent and high paying clients. And we're also going to have industry experts that's joining me. So our friends Doug Foley, Greg Russell, Kimberly Crow, who else? We have Matt Gordon. We're going to teach you how to use social, how to get more paid speaking gigs, what you can do with guerrilla marketing, what kind of technology you need. But I also want to know, what help, what support do you need? Can you comment right now? What's the biggest frustration that you have with social media marketing? Is it posting? Is it staying consistent? Is it a messaging thing? Is it technology? I want to know. I want to produce better content for you. And the only way that I can do that is if I know where you're getting stuck. So comment, email me, text me, reach out, let me know how I can best support you. And don't forget, by signing up with our free content calendar, yeah, let me try that again. This is live. For signing up for our free content calendar, you will get on our email list, so you will never not know when our episodes come out. So make sure to sign up by getting your free content calendar, so you don't miss an episode. Also, what's coming up for 2023 is I'm writing the book on social media marketing for professional service providers. And I'm going to tell you, you do not need to dance on TikTok. You don't need to do it. Heck, you don't even need to be on TikTok. I'm going to show you how to win without jumping into an already noisy market. So I'm writing that book, and that's going to come out later this year. I'm also doing more speaking gigs. I'm heading to Dallas to do a speaking gig. I'm going to be heading to Tennessee to do a speaking gig. If you need me to speak at an event, holler at your girl. I am there. I am lively. I am entertaining, and your audience is going to learn a ton, and you are going to look like a dang old hero because you're going to bring in a really entertaining person that's going to talk about marketing. So I want to do more speaking gigs. I'm doing more speaking gigs, and we're also adding voiceover services. So if you have if you have a book and you want to make it an audio book, if you need somebody to introduce you on your podcast, if you need somebody to read commercials for you, we are adding voiceover services to our lineup. And then, how can you work with us? So we've grown. We started with a total do it for you agency, and we still do that. And we have a list of folks that want to work with us for that. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and contact me. So we do a total done for you, where you are totally hands off, except for to record some videos for us. Otherwise, we're taking care of the rest of it for you. I also do coaching. So if you're interested in social media marketing coaching, I'm your girl. If you want to learn the content to create, if you want to learn how to create a lead magnet, if you want to learn how to get people on autopilot, I'm your girl. I will teach you how to do it. And then finally, if you already have a team, if you have a VA and they're out there and they're creating content for you, but you simply don't have the time and you don't know how to work social media, we do social media administration and management. So you just dump your content on us and say, here you go. And we are off and running. So that's it, guys. We learned a ton from 2022 last year. We are entering 23 like a rocket that shot off, guys. And I want you to join us. So join us on the new Social Media Success for Professionals podcast. That's starting January 25th, and it's a bi-weekly podcast. Make sure to grab your free content calendar. This is a year's worth of content for professionals, designed for professionals, doctors, lawyers, consultants, coaches. This one's for you. You don't need to dance on TikTok, but this is the actual stuff that's going to get people to be attracted to you and your message. So there we go. We got a book coming out. And I also want to know, what more can I do to support you and help you be a success on social? I want to know. Email me, text me, comment on this video, and we will answer your questions. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you so very much. Thanks for hanging with us last year on Practical Talk. This year, it's social media success for professionals. I cannot wait to deliver more content for you, and I cannot wait to hear from you as well. Well, that's it. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Happy posting.